We pass through life in phases, and for every phase of your life, there are some goals that you set down that you want to achieve. Write them down, even if they seem impossible. Today is the 2nd of December 2022, and I don't know why I'm scared. My birthday is fast approaching, and I'm not ready for a new year. Why I'm not ready for a new year is because of the fact that I think some of the goals I set for 2020, I've not really accomplished them. And sometimes I would sit and wonder, like, what have I accomplished in my life? I say that a lot to myself. But then I brought out my goals I wrote down on the 21st of July 2022. And I wrote it in January, towards the beginning of the year. And I think I rewrote them again in July. And then in that goals, I saw that I've been able to accomplish some of them, and I would say that I need an attempt. In this video, I'm just going to list tips on how you can actually accomplish your goals, but in a lazy way, I would say, like in not a way that you want to like force it and not really stressing yourself and overburdening yourself with the whole aim of accomplishing your goals. If this is something you would love to listen to, I suggest that you stick around to the end, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm going to talk about is focus on the things that you can control. I would say focus on the things you can control, in the sense that there are some things you can't control, like you can't control weather, you can't control the way people would treat you. But what can you control? You can control the way you react towards it, and you can control if you would let it affect you or not. So I think that in terms of your goals, focus on the things you can control. Let's say you would want to make an A in a course. What are the things you can control? You cannot just manipulate yourself and make an A in that course, except you want to go and pay the lecturer. But then what are the things you can control? You can read more, you can go for tutorials. Like, those are the things you can control. If you want to lose weight, what are the things you can control? You can start by watching on the things you eat, by controlling yourself and not eating late, and also by exercising once in a while. Those are the things you can control and not be overburdened. One of the things I wanted to do to improve my source of income was to own an ATM machine, but I don't have money for an ATM machine yet. So what can I do? I could afford the POS machine, so I went for the POS machine. Second one I will be talking about is to seek advice and to learn from those who have actually done the same thing you would want to do. If you want to create an ebook, you won't go and be asking someone who doesn't know anything about an ebook on how to create an ebook. It's actually easier when you actually ask people who are in the same line of field with what you want to do. I'm into business for up to a year, and there's some things I know, there are some things that someone who is just starting up would not even know, and there's some things I don't know, and there's some things people who have been in business for 10 years, like my mom and more, would know. There are some struggles I'm passing through. It will be easier for me to ask someone who has been in that line for a very long time, and then it's going to like cut down on the number of times and the number of months I'll spend researching and trying to figure it out myself. And that is so that you can't do everything yourself and you can't figure everything yourself. So in this step, I would advise that you pay for mentorship if you can afford it. But if you can't afford it, I think there are some ebooks that are affordable that you can actually purchase. And on that said, my ebook is out. And the link is going to be down in the description on how to succeed in starting your own business. And the first 5 persons to click on the link down below will actually get that ebook for free. So I suggest that you click on the link down below to get the ebook for free. So what I mean by asking people who have gone in that field before you is because they've had years of experience. And then you can also do this by reading books of people who are in that line of field as what you want to achieve. Seek for information surrounding what I actually want to do, and not go and asking someone who knows nothing about that thing. And when I wanted to start my POS business, I was asking people who actually have POS machines and who have actually started that kind of thing. Asking people who are in that line of field is actually going to cut down on the number of years and the number of months you're going to spend trying to seek for that same information yourself. So the third one I'm going to talk about is change what you want to consume, because it's going to affect your mindset, knowingly or unknowingly. If you're in that stage of your life where you want to achieve more, it's best to consume content of people who are actually achieving more, because when you go online and you see that they are grinding everything, they are doing this, they are doing that, it's actually going to motivate you in terms of you wanting to achieve your goals. And during the line of when I want to create my ebook, I was watching videos of people who have already published their ebook, and I was getting information from them. So if you want to accomplish your goal, change what you consume. I would suggest like you consume more of the things that are in line with the goal at that point in time that you want to achieve. So now, if you want to lose weight, I think you should consume more of content of people who are actually who post content of them going to the gym, the things they eat. Consume such content. If you want to pass an exam, you don't want to go and be consuming content of content that are not related to what you want to achieve at that particular time, because we pass through life in phases, and for every phase of your life there are some goals that you set down that you want to achieve. And then for that particular phase and that particular goal, and for that particular point in your life, you want to consume content that are in line with that goals you want to achieve. And this is actually going to help you knowingly and unknowingly. Subconsciously, you would want to do more of those things. Sometimes I don't even feel like filming YouTube videos, but then when I watch content of people who actually who post consistently, and I watch a video, I just get motivated to upload a video or to film a video. It just comes naturally. Consume more content of things that are in line with the goals you want to achieve. It could be on your social media, it could be the books you read, the music you listen to. Those things are important. Have you noticed that, I don't know for other people, but me, if I watch a video about romance, love, all these romance things, subconsciously it just start coming to my mind. I start feeling these things. If I consume content of Pastor Selman, I read books of Robert Kiyosaki, all what is in my mind is do more. So consume content that are in line with the things you want to achieve. During that process of starting my business, I did not have enough money to source courses or all of those things, and I did not really have a mentor then to guide me. So what I did, I watched videos of people who are actually in line with, because I wanted to start a jewelry business. So I started consuming more content of their behind the scenes, their Instagram content, the pictures they were taking. I was just consuming such content most of the time. Most of the things I was consuming was based on starting a jewelry business, and that was what actually encouraged me and gave me the morale to actually start up my business. Align with people who are actually on the same goal and who actually want to accomplish the same goal as yourself. So now let me give this example. So if you're in school and you want to make a first class, it's actually easier for you to make a first class if you're in line with people who are in the same goal, and not just any kind of people. The people you are in line with, or you align yourself with, actually people who their goals actually to make a first class. That is actually going to help you in terms of you making a first class, literally. So now let's say one day you're tired and you don't feel like reading. The other person is actually going to encourage you, and when you go, you guys are just going to read together. Even the Bible says two heads is actually better than one, not in the marriage terms, but in achieving your goals terms. Say I was applying for a school, and then I was not really feeling motivated or any of this thing, but because of the fact that I was in a WhatsApp group of people who actually wanted to achieve that same goal, who wanted to apply for that same school, I would go online and I would see their posts and I would see people talking about it. That actually motivated me in the whole application process and in everything. Left for me alone, I won't even be interested. Even though I'm interested, but I won't really always have that zeal to want to apply. But for the fact that I was in that same group, and I was able to get the contact of few people that I would ask questions and call them, and they would encourage me once in a while. It was actually easier for me to be able to achieve the goal of the whole application process. Don't be scared of your goals. Put your goals into the hands of God. Really important. There are some goals I've written down for 2023, and left for me, I will just laugh at myself because I don't even know how I would be able to achieve it. But I'm telling myself, write them down, even if they seem impossible, and not me focusing on my own strengths, but focusing on the fact that God is going to guide me through them, and by His grace and by His direction, I'm actually going to achieve them. If I don't actually write them down, I won't even know if I'm going to achieve them or not. But me writing them down, and some of the goals I've written down for 2022, I've just gone back to them and realized that at that point in time I wasn't even ready. But for the fact that I've written them down, that is a step of me going to achieve them. So write down your goals even if they seem impossible. Don't focus on your own strength. Don't be afraid of your goals, and write them and put them into the hands of God. It just summarizes everything. Take it one step at a time actually. And if you're yet to see my video talking about goals, I'm going to leave the link down below, and the link is just going to pop up somewhere here, so I suggest you go see that video. So the last one I'm going to be talking about is actually to break down your goals into tasks. One of my goals for 2020 was to publish my ebook. So now I would look at it and feel like it's too big or it's overwhelming. Okay, I would write down 50 words a day. Like if you want to lose weight, break them down. Be like, I'll exercise 2 minutes every day. Like your goals, break them down into tasks, just like a lazy way of doing it, and you will see that with time you're actually going to accomplish that goal, and it's actually going to be easy for you to accomplish that goal instead of just picturing in your head that it's impossible and just like it's a goal, I want to accomplish it. Break them down into tasks, and it will be a lot easier for you to achieve your goals. I'm just realizing that saying these things, it's actually possible for me to achieve all the goals I've written down for 2023, even though I'm scared of some of them and I'm not even ready for the new year. And entering the new year, my birthday is fast approaching, like I'm just scared. I'm telling myself I'm not even ready for it, and I'm not even ready for 25, but I just have to keep on moving, and I have to just keep on going. I have to keep on trying and just keeping myself motivated and not being stagnant in one place, and just trying out different things that worked for me. And I remember that my first video on YouTube was actually 30 things I would want to accomplish before 30, and just realizing that now I'm 25, that's half. I think I filmed that video when I was 22. I would watch that video again and see if I've actually accomplished some of the things I said I would want to accomplish. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name is Oluchi, and do have an amazing day. Bye.